Well, it seems like coffee is constantly the subject of study after new study. Just a few days ago, we talked about how coffee may prevent certain forms of breast cancer and prostate cancer, but coffee has also been linked to some health problems. So how do you know what to believe? Hard to know, nutritionist Marissa Ciorciari, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, of the Cancer Treatment Centers of America right here in Philadelphia. Thanks for coming in tonight. You're joining us.
Thank you for
Okay, we don't know. We're told it's good for you, caffeine's bad for you. You know, what? Start with the good stuff.
Well, like you said, recent research has been coming out really highlighting the potential benefits of the consumption of coffee. So the good parts of coffee are that we know that it's a good source of antioxidants. It also is a good source of anti-inflammatory compounds that may potentially help reduce the risks for diabetes as well as cardiovascular disease risks. And like you'd said, there's recent research showing that it may prevent certain types of cancers like breast cancers, or certain types of breast cancers as well as prostate cancers. But
what's the bad part?
But the research is limiting, so we really can't make any conclusions right now or make recommendations as to how many cups per day we should be drinking because of that.
No one's going to ask that. Right. So the bad stuff, what's the bad stuff out there?
Well, it is a natural source of caffeine. So we know that caffeine is a stimulant, and too much consumption of that stimulant can cause some side effects like irritability, problems sleeping. If we have heart disorders, it can cause heart arrhythmia changes. So we really don't want to consume too much of it. As well as coffee by itself is a low-calorie beverage, but if we consume too much of it, if we're putting in a lot of creamers or other sugars, it can add the calories up, and that can put on the pounds. Okay,
so that was one question. What does it matter what you put in it? But the big question, Starbucks, Dunkin's, Wawa's, does it matter?
Besides from the price, it does matter because certain brands will have more caffeine. For instance, Starbucks tend to have more caffeine. So your tall is certainly going to have more caffeine than something like a basic Folgers.
And it's individual too, right? How much you can tolerate.
Right, and everyone has different effects.
My sister drinks coffee all day long. That can't possibly be good for her, right? No?
Probably not. Most recommendations are, I would say, about 2 cups per day. And I'm not talking about the large cups. I'm talking about a 6-ounce cup of coffee. So 2 of those should be adequate. And if she could, I would recommend that she try to spread them out if she's looking to decrease it. Spread it throughout the day.
What about trying to kick the habit? Everybody says you can't just go cold turkey off of coffee. Can you or can't you?
It may not be a good idea if you're drinking too much. So I would suggest that you want to cut down, start off with that 2 cups a day. Other alternatives, they may want to choose something like a lower caffeinated tea, for instance, green tea. Yerba mate is also another type of tea that has smaller amounts of caffeine in it. And of course, if we're really trying to get a pep in our step in the morning, someone who's not exercising may want to try that. Or they also may want to try, if they're not, evaluating their lifestyle. Are you eating breakfast? For instance, people that don't eat breakfast, they're at a disadvantage with producing as much energy as possible in the morning. So you want to choose something that has complex carbohydrates as well as lean protein sources. So for instance,
very good information.
Thank you.
Marissa Ciorciari. I think I got that right too, from the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All righty. Okay.